That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat this beat up like a battle.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, back at with another video. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about the Chicago Bears OTAs and also the Chicago Bears schedule. And so let's get it started. And I got my co-host today, Chuck. We're going to be discussing everything. And yeah, man, Chuck, so just introduce the crowd who don't already know who you are.
Yeah, what's going on out there, KO Sports Talk, man? I'm Chuck Full Damage, One Miller, biggest Bears fan you gonna ever know, and we're here for another exclusive on these Bears. Y'all just don't know how excited I am for the season, man. I can't wait till this gets started.
Yeah, let's get started, man. So we're gonna begin with the Chicago Bears training camp. So so far, OTAs is expected to begin so far this week. A lot of people are saying, with Justin Fields, he's working on his mechanics. He's working on his throwing motion. He's trying to get the ball out quick. And because, last year, especially, with some of his receivers and even the fact that, when he was trying to get the ball out, he didn't get the ball as quickly as he can. And so that was something that he was trying to work on this offseason. And, I think we also talked about this. Luke Getsy was saying that, he's light years away from where he was from last year. And also getting that chance to learn his offense in the second year is going to be big. And so, Charles, what do you think about, what Justin Fields is learning, him being aware of him trying to get the ball out quickly to become a better passer for this upcoming season?
Well, first things first, I am ecstatic and over the moon right now at the fact that Justin Fields has taken the initiative to really put this work in the off season. Unlike some of the young quarterbacks who come in, i.e. Baker Mayfield, who has a couple of shining moments, and looks good for a while, all of a sudden thinks that they arrive and stop working. Unlike them, I love the fact that, he's taking the mindset that he needs to get better. Here's the thing that people need to understand, bro. When it comes to these quarterbacks, these rookie quarterbacks coming in, these young quarterbacks, these guys come in with a skill set at a position that they've been playing all their days. Most of them been playing since they were little fellas in Pee Wee League.
Since they're 9-10 years old.
Right. So these guys come in, already thinking with a swagger where they already think that they got it. And, and they don't need, it's not a whole lot of work they need to add to what they're doing. So that swagger can, it can stumble over into pride. And if they're not careful, that pride can have them thinking that they're more than ready when actually they need to get better. So I love the humility that Justin Fields is showing, the humbleness where he's showing that he needs to get better. And he's putting the work in, bro. He's tuning up. He's fine-tuning. And I love that he's not taking it light. You can see that from certain quarterbacks who really want to excel, who really want to be next level. They work hard regardless of where they are. And it could have been easy for Justin Fields to, take a step back, in the offseason, at a season where he almost averaged 28 points a game, playing quarterback for a team with nothing on it. But knowing what's at stake for the Chicago Bears, understanding the moves that they have made to put around him, and also, and this is key, this is important, feeling and getting the commitment from the brass of the Chicago Bears that he is the man and they want to build around him. That will just set a quarterback all the way right, confidence-wise, and it'll really make him dive in because he wants him to know that, I appreciate that you all are committed to me, and I'm going to show you in return that I'm just as much committed to you. So that's big, bro. That's big. I love where Justin Fields is going with the footwork, with the quicker releases, the faster reads, all of those things to go along with this, with the multifaceted talent that this guy already has. It's going to be scary for the league to see this guy, bro. It's going to be
Mhm.
scary.
Oh yeah, and it really just all points to him just having a breakout season. I mean, if you look at past quarterbacks who have succeeded in this type of offense in their second or third year, you look at quarterbacks like Matt Ryan who succeeded in this type of offense. You look at Aaron Rodgers, who succeeded. He went from because we already know Aaron Rodgers, he's the anomaly, but like
Right.
he's won back-to-back MVPs in this type of offense in the second and third year in this offense. Jake Plummer, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember Jake the Snake.
Offense system. He actually succeeded. He actually did well in that system. Who else? Jimmy Garoppolo. And so you see it. You definitely see a trend in the quarterbacks who have done well in this system. And I think we also alluded to this in this last episode, that the fact that Justin Fields is getting a second year in this offense, that Luke Getsy, he's already familiar with the type of player that Justin Fields is, that he's not only just a throw of the ball. You can utilize him in a lot of run zoning schemes. You could utilize him in the Wildcat, and or that one time when they were playing the Detroit Lions, they utilized him as a running back. You have that type of weapon in Justin Fields, not only as a quarterback, but you can use him in certain running schemes. And now that Justin Fields, he's definitely getting to know this offense. Luke Getsy is definitely going to open up the offense more. He's going to allow him to throw the ball a little bit more instead of him having to throw maybe 15 to 20 passes earlier on last season with what he did, because he was trying to get familiar with him. Now that that Luke Getsy has a familiarity with Justin Fields, he's going to pretty much just open up the playbook. He's going to open it up a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think the key factor is they want to get Justin Fields to where he's comfortable staying in the pocket. Last year, he didn't have the opportunity to get comfortable in that pocket. As soon as he looks up, it's pressure in his face. There was nothing.
There's a defender in his face.
Right. There was nothing to stop the defenders from getting to him. But with the addition of Darnell Wright and Nate Davis and the other pickups that they have gotten and added to strengthen this offensive line in front of him, it's going to be key to get him comfortable the way he feels relaxed in that pocket. Again, I recall him at his Ohio State days, when he was comfortable in the pocket with Paris Johnson Jr. on one side, and he got all these other big guys in front of him. He was comfortable. Justin Fields was as lethal a passer as you want to see at the college level, bro. And I believe the Bears are trying to get him back to that level of comfortability. They're speeding him up. They're making sure that he's able to catch on and come up to snuff with the speed of the game at the NFL level, which I believe completely slowed down for him last year. Once he started getting out the pocket and was able to buy time for him to see down the field, I believe everything started slowing down to him then. But
especially
now,
in those bootleg plays, especially when they're running a lot of bootlegs, like.
Oh yeah. So I believe now with everything that the Bears have added, the additions, he's got. Dare I say it? I feel like Justin Fields has an embarrassment of riches compared to last year. He's got all of this talent around him. Got all these receivers. It's more or less like pick your poison. Who do I want to throw to? It's a smorgasbord out there for him right now. So I think he's really going to relish this, and he's going to thrive in this. I expect great things out of Justin Fields this year. I expect all of his passing numbers to go up, because that's all everybody wants to talk about. How many times he passed the ball, how many yards he passed for. I think it's just a matter of time before you see all those things excel, all those numbers go up through the roof.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. His passing numbers is gonna go up. I mean, I don't know if you wanted to do this, but did you also want to kind of do like the numbers? Like, do you also want to do predictions on?
Sure. Hey man, look, it's a podcast. These are predictions. It's just my opinion. I'm the biggest Bears fan in the world.
Right.
So you know we going to the Super Bowl already. No, that's just me.
Yeah, and speaking of the schedule, they're saying that the Bears, they have one of the easiest, the fifth easy, I can't even talk right now. They have the fifth easiest schedule in the entire NFL, and they have the most rest. They have the most rest going into the season.
Okay. And I love that. That sounds cute. Mm-hmm. But one thing I know is the Bears' schedule is never an easy one. By the fact that we play in the NFC North and we're watching the Detroit Lions get better, and we just watched the Minnesota Vikings win 13 games, and we got the hell that is the Green Bay Packers, and that defense coming.
They're going to be a nuisance, right?
Yeah, there's nothing going to be easy about this schedule.
They got a solid defense. I'll give you that, Green Bay.
Yeah. My point is that they always look at the strength of schedule and they think that the Bears or the Lions or the Vikings, Packers, they think we have easy schedules over here. That's nothing easy about these schedules. If you're playing in the NFC South, you got an easy schedule. This is not the NFC South. You know what I mean? This is not the NFC South.
And speaking of the NFC South, because I know we're going to be playing the Carolina Panthers, how do you think the Carolina Panthers are going to do this upcoming season? I mean,
horrible.
Now that you
horrible. I think they're going to be horrible. And with all the intentions that God gave a turnip, I would root for Bryce Young to shine, but I don't root for that team to be great, bro.
Dude, I think the people are underrating the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons, they got some good ass weapons, and I think Desmond Ridder.
I think the Atlanta Falcons, they shored up any issues they may have had in the running game with the injury issues of Cordero Patterson, and they're solid on defense. I don't buy that Riddler is the quarterback, bro. He don't do it for me, Coach. I'm just not sold on that quarterback. Desmond Riddler, he doesn't do it for me, bro. I think they need to go get a quarterback.
I mean, look at the weapons around them, though. I mean, like they already solidified that offensive line. Like they got weapons. They got Bijan Robinson.
Right.
I think he's gonna light up the league the moment he starts.
Kyle Pitts at the tight end. Yeah, they got Algier at the wide receiver. They got pieces. They don't have a quarterback that can hit them pieces. That's what my issue is right now with Riddler. I just didn't see enough from him last year that impressed me, that showed me that this guy's going to be ready to take the reins. Maybe that was just my vision. I'm not the coach. I'm not there with him. So, but he's got to show me something, bro. He got to show me something. The other pieces are there. There's some wonderful pieces there. But is this going to be another Zach Wilson situation, bro? I don't know what we're looking at here right now. I really don't know what we're looking at.
It could be like a Zach Wilson, or it could be like that quarterback from San Francisco, Brock Purdy.
I mean, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was excellent, bro. I like the way that dude played, man. It could go either way. Me personally, I always root for the young wide receiver. I mean, young quarterbacks and players, but in particular the quarterbacks that come into the league, for them to shine, because I know they got the biggest, toughest job of all of the other players on the field. They got the thinking portion of this. The other players, they can run a route, they can do their blocking. All they got to do is figure out, like, they got one thing that they got to settle on. Quarterback, he's got to be multifaceted. He got to play coach on the field. He's got to read the defense as fast. He got to be able to see what's coming, what's not coming. It's a lot on his plate, and he got to do all this in the shortest, most minuscule amount of time that you can think of. And he's got to be great when he does it. Because if he's not great when he does it, everybody's going to call him a bum. He sucks. He's terrible. He's the worst ever. Why we draft this guy? So I always root for the quarterbacks, man. The quarterbacks,
I'm surprised Atlanta. I'm surprised. Oh my gosh. Like Atlanta skipped on Justin Fields. I mean, dude, like, why would you draft? Like, don't get me wrong, Kyle Pitts is a great tight end, wide receiver hybrid. But at the end of the freaking day, man, you need a quarterback at the end of the day. You need somebody who has that leadership, who has that moxie, who has that it factor. And I made a video about this, if somebody like Justin Fields, I made a video a while back, like Justin Fields, he has that it factor. He has that leadership that can lead you to a championship. Like, and I did not bite my tongue when I said that. I really meant what I said. Like, after I saw that game against Clemson, the way he played, the fact that half of his team like were completely injured, like during that season due to COVID, and he still led that team to the finals. And so just imagine like what he's gonna do now that he has weapons, now that he has DJ Moore, now that Chase Claypool is relegated to play in the slot, now that you got Darnell Mooney, who's gonna be a viable option in the wide receiver 2 room. Now that you solidify that offensive line. Now that you got Nate Davis, who is responsible for helping Derrick Henry get over 2,000 yards, and now that you have Darnell Wright, some people regard him as a top offensive lineman in the draft. I mean, you already surrounded him with capable weapons, and not only that, you also bolstered your defense. I can't explain to people how much of an underrated signing I'm sorry for forgetting his name. The dude from the Bills.
Tremaine Edwards.
Tremaine Edmonds. How much of
Edmonds. I'm mixing him up with TJ.
Edmonds.
Tremaine Edmonds.
I was about to say Edwards, but I meant to say Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards. How much of an underrated signings those were compared to what Roquan Smith got in Baltimore. Those guys are gonna be a force on the defense.
Absolutely.
And we're not even done yet. Like, we got Zach Pickens. People, are saying that Zach Pickens, he's an underrated defensive lineman. You got we were talking about Javon Dexter, like those guys in the defensive line. How important that, especially with the linebacking core, how important that Tampa Bay 2 defense is to that system, and having those 2 linebackers. I think we're going to be competitive. We're going to be competitive in the NFC North. And the general manager, Ryan Poles, alluded to the media that we are ready to compete for the NFC North championship. Absolutely. He said this because we already have the weapons. We already have that culture. We have that culture, and it's not out of the realm for us to compete for that playoff spot, for us to compete for that NFC North Division title. And Absolutely. I definitely agree.
Yeah, and I think we're going to shock a lot of we're going to shock the teams in this NFC North this year. Everybody, I've been talking to Packers fans and Lions fans and Vikings fans. Oh my, I've been talking to all of them all this off season. And what I've been hearing constantly, that the Bears are 3-14, and the Bears have a weak defense, and the Bears this and the Bears that, and for the life of me, I don't know how anybody can avoid the fact that they see the Bears make all these moves in the offseason. This is going to be a huge transition year for the Chicago Bears. We're going from worst to possibly first this year. And anybody that doesn't believe that, they're not looking with the good eye. On paper, and right now, I understand this all on paper. On paper right now, we look like we're ready to shine, and we're going to be the creme de la creme in this division. But we still got to play the games. We can't just pretend like Detroit, who is an up-and-coming team, who left the season red hot last year, but they won like 8 out of 8 last 9 games or something like that. We can't pretend that they're not there. We can't pretend that the Green Bay Packers, who arguably have the number 1 secondary in all of football, against the Bears. We can't pretend that team, because Aaron Rodgers has left, that team is not going to be formidable, and they're not going to show up, and they're not going to compete for this division. And we definitely can't pretend that the Minnesota Vikings, who just won this division with a 13-4 record last year, we can't pretend that they're not, that they're going to be
not going to take a step back, right?
Exactly. But what everybody better know about these Chicago Bears is that we are coming. We coming this year.
We're going to be competitive. We're definitely going to be competitive.
Absolutely.
This upcoming season. We're
Justin
definitely
Fields is a revelation, bro. He is a revelation to Chicago sports. I guarantee you that.
Exactly. And it's just like we're gonna surprise a lot of people, and people, it's gonna be a rude awakening.
Absolutely.
Because we know who we got on our schedule. The first game, I'm pretty sure you already know.
Oh yeah, the wonderful cheesehead. I'm ready for patty melt. I'm ready for cheese toast.
We're gonna have to. This is gonna be a big game. Like this, I mean, not like like this rivalry isn't already big, but this is really gonna definitely set the tone for the season. Definitely, how we're gonna play the Green Bay Packers. Like me personally, if we don't win this game, whether it be competitive or not, I will not be happy.
Of course not. What Bears fan is going to be happy with us losing to Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers? Look,
I mean, you got some people in the media, they'll say, even if we do lose to the Green Bay Packers, but it's still competitive. Like I was listening to 670 score.
We were competitive with the Green Bay Packers last year, and we lost.
Right.
We weren't happy then. We're not gonna be happy. There's no Aaron Rodgers.
Right. And now that we have talent, like we have no excuse.
None whatsoever. We are not going.
But earlier today, I was listening to I think it was ESPN 1000. Yeah, it was ESPN 1000 earlier today. I was listening to Hood and Cap in the morning, and Cap was like saying that, man, even if the Bears do not win, if the Bears don't win this seat, against the Green Bay Packers, but makes it competitive, it won't be as bad. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, are you serious?
I mean, but that's the losing culture. You get a certain mindset when you get used to losing, and so you try not to set your heights too high. You try not to level up your expectations because you don't want to deal with the emotional roller coaster that becomes the
right.
Yeah. But that being said, the only way you're going to get better is you got to start expecting better. You got to start thinking big. And beating the Green Bay Packers is thinking big. Then that's what we do. That's what we do.
And we're so used to losing to Green Bay. Like Green Bay has, I hate to say it, but they've owned us for, man, like.
Yeah, they have.
Especially Aaron Rodgers, the past 10 plus years. I mean, he's owned us. Like we only beat him 5 times.
Right. It was like 24-5 against us.
Yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, but it's time to change the culture. One thing I love that all Bears coaches come in when they get this job for the first time and they come into Chicago. One thing I love in their initial press conference that they all say is that one of our main goals is to beat the Green Bay Packers. I love to hear that. Only one coach came in here and actually, for the most part, lived up to that billing. That was Lovie Smith, bro.
Lovie Smith, right?
Yeah, Lovie Smith. Yeah, the first year, 2006, we played the Green Bay Packers. We destroyed them out. Yeah, we beat them both games. And that was Brett Favre. So for you Aaron Rodgers fans, trying to say T.O., the guy at Real Street Sports Talk, before y'all go to jumping down my throat. It's before Aaron Rodgers, pre-Aaron Rodgers. Calm down. But that man, he kept his word and he got us over the hump, with beating the Green Bay Packers. Beating the Green Bay Packers is a rite of passage for any Bears coach, any Bears player, any Bears quarterback. If you want this franchise to excel, you got to get past Green Bay. Like my nephew T.O. always says, and it pains me to say this in agreement to him, but the Packers are the standard in this division. And
right. I mean, they've owned the division the last 10 plus years.
Right. He knows that kills me to say that, bro. I do not like that guy when I have to say that.
So, going into this 2023 NFL season, now that Justin Fields has DJ Moore, what is your expectations for Justin Fields? And also, you can even kind of explain your expectations for DJ Moore. Like, do you think he's going to be in the upper echelon of like wide receivers after the 2023 season? Is he going to make that kind of like that Stephon Diggs jump, whatever, or that kind of like the wide receiver with the Philadelphia Eagles,
AJ Brown?
Yeah, is he going to make that type of leap?
Well, I'm pumping my brakes a little bit on DJ Moore and lofty expectations. Only reason being is because I really do believe the Bears have such a formidable. Thanks for nothing, T.O. I appreciate that. I really do believe that the Bears have a very formidable wide receiving core. So DJ Moore is going to get his target share. He's going to get his numbers, I believe, but I don't think he's going to get all like the biggest lump of the target share. I think Justin Fields is going to spread his ball around a lot. Mm-hmm. I think that's what we're looking at here. I think you're going to see Chase Claypool have a coming out party. I think this is the guy that's getting forgotten in all of this, DJ Moore.
And especially he's going to – I think they're going to put him in the slot because that's where he succeeded.
You see how big this dude is. If you put a guy this big in the slot, look out, world. That's a game changer. If you put a guy big as Chase Claypool.
That's where he succeeded when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean, it's just a game changer because now you got speed. You got speed and great hands and great route running on the outside. Guys who demand a double team in DJ Moore going down the field on one side and Darnell Mooney, who's unguardable on the other side once he takes flight. And then you got a big guy like Chase Claypool. That'd be like having another tight end in the slot, bro.
That's right.
With speed, bro. So that's his natural position. I agree with that, T.O. I agree with that. That is his natural position. But I mean, it becomes a different dynamic for defenses that's got to run up on the Chicago Bears because now Chase Claypool can become a target. He can become a target for Justin Fields, like a safety valve, so to speak, for Justin Fields to be able to hit. And now defenses will have to start keying on him because this guy's great hands. He's big. He's elusive. He's strong. He runs.
Dude is 6'4", 240 pounds. Like,
right. This is a huge.
He runs a 4.4.
Right. He's a huge dude. So now if he starts getting off, now if we're playing Green Bay, for instance, now your Jair Alexanders and your Rasul Douglases, they got to come off of the guy that they're covering to come over here and help here. Where if that happens, now you unleash the beast on the outside with Darnell Mooney. And you unleash the beast on the outside with DJ Moore. And let's not forget, we got Cole Kmet streaking down the middle of the field from the tight end position. That just opened up the floodgates for this Bears offense. And we're going to be pretty stout at the running back position, too. Going into the offseason with just the signing with the release of David Montgomery and the signing of a big guy from Carolina.
Deontay Foreman.
Deontay Foreman, thank you. With the signing of Deontay Foreman for a year, I wasn't initially comfortable with the Bears running back position. I really didn't feel secure, because Khalil Herbert has had explosive moments, but we've never seen Khalil Herbert for a full season as the go-to guy. You know what I mean? We've never seen him in that state before. So I didn't know what to expect from that. Deontay Foreman is a beast. I love the way this guy runs, but we only got him for 1 year. So where's that going to go? Are we talking about keeping this guy? Are we going to be unstable again next year? But I got more comfortable when we picked up Roschon Johnson in the draft.
Oh, yeah, from Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah, that really eased my conscience, bro. That really eased my conscience because that guy there is a running back connoisseur, bro.
I'm surprised he fell so far to the fourth round because some people were projecting him to be a second or third round pick.
It's because he wasn't the starter. He wasn't the starter. B. John Robinson was getting all the shine over there. So, him not being the starter, most teams are not going to look at backup players unless they are phenomenal, coming off the bench. But most guys are not going to look at backup players as potential draft picks. And when he fell to the Bears and we got him, it kind of eased my conscience, bro. Because now I really do feel like we got enough in the backfield to get things done. where Justin Fields doesn't have to run for 80,000 yards and do his best Lamar Jackson impersonation all the time. So yeah, I'm comfortable with that now. But Justin Fields, I think he's going to have an outstanding year. It's going to be a breakout year with his arm more so than his legs. Last year it was his legs. I think this year is going to be his arms.
Hey,
There you go, Plank. What's up, Plank?
What's good, Plank?
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. What's up, Torian? Big Bears fan.
What's going on, bro?
What up, ITB Gamesmith? Thank y'all for joining.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your predictions? Like, what is your predictions for Justin Fields' stats for this upcoming season?
Predictions for his stats. I can see, and these are all hot takes. So nobody judge me by these.
Go ahead. Speak your piece, man. Speak your piece.
I see Justin Fields passing for anywhere from 3,800 to 4,000 yards this year. 25 TDs. I'm giving him 25 TDs. I think Justin Fields comes out this year with single-digit interceptions. I believe he comes out with single-digit interceptions. So 9 and under. Pick a number. 9 and under. I think he's gonna have a phenomenal year. Overall, I think he's definitely going to be in the MVP talk. If not in position to win it, but he's definitely going to be in that conversation. And I think he leads the Bears to a 9-8, 10-7, maybe even 11-6 record. I think the Bears creep into the playoffs this year. I really do. I think we can take this NFC North. Depends on how well the other teams around us perform, but I do believe that where we're headed is all in the right direction. Everything's up and up and up and up. And let's not forget when I was talking about the receiving core, I forget all about Robert Tonyan. Right. We coming, bro. We coming. Yeah, but I forgot about
I'm dabbing.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Tonyan, he's also going to be a big factor in this Bears receiving core. I think he's going to be a secret weapon for us. Everybody's going to forget that this guy played with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers for 2-3 years over there. And this guy has great hands going down the field, and he can catch the deep ball. And they're going to forget all that about that guy. They're going to forget that he's even out there when they got to look at DJ Moore and Chase Claypool and Cole Kmet and Darnell Mooney. They're going to forget about Tonyan. And Tonyan,
and you know what? Really is going to be exciting is that you can run a 2 tight end set.
Yep.
Like you could run a 2 tight end set. Or you can run a trips formation. It's like you can pick your poison, with this type of offense, because we already got 2 viable options at tight ends, with Robert Tonyan and Cole Kmet, guys who could catch. And one of the reasons why, we got Robert Tonyan is because Justin Fields, he was pedestrian when it came to the red zone in the red zone. He was very pedestrian. He was very average. Right. And now that you get Robert Tonyan, who's very effective when it came to the red zone, that's definitely going to help out. And with Cole Kmet is going to make a big jump. I expect him to have a better year this upcoming season.
The beauty of Ryan Poles and all the moves that he's made this offseason is he's addressed just about all of the Chicago Bears needs. There was nothing that he didn't touch that we needed help with, bro. He touched everything, and he's not done touching because he's still messing with the edge rushers and trying to figure out what we're going to do there. But it's beautiful. He looked at the simplest things like the goal line, our goal line offense, like you just alluded to. He looked at that, and he went and got a piece that addressed the need there. He looked at our needed running back. He went and got pieces that addressed the needs there. He looked at our needed wide receiver, at the offensive line, the defensive run.
Yeah, that's the number 1 wide receiver, right?
There is nothing that this guy did not address. And it's quite amazing to me that he was able to address all of this in one draft. In one draft, that's amazing. Sometimes it takes teams 5-10 years to fully address all of the team's needs, through the draft in particular. But to do that in one draft and to go get seasoned veteran players that can come in and have an immediate impact on this team, it's phenomenal, bro. It's phenomenal.
And he got us a right tackle and a right guard.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And now all the Bears players have got to do is go out here and execute. At this point, it's about execution.
Mm-hmm.
I think we definitely got the right offensive coordinator in Luke Getsy. Luke Getsy is amazing to me. I watched this guy shine for years over in Green Bay, and he shined over here last year with the Chicago Bears, even though we went 3-14. We point that out before the naysayers get to running them out. We went 3-14, but I contend that we're the best 3-14 team that this league has ever seen. We lost 7 of our games by less than 7 points.
Yeah,
so,
one-score games.
I think it was like
7 or 8 games with one-score games.
Yeah,
even the ones where where it shouldn't even be one score, like with the Packers, that one game with the Packers that was close, and the Bills game, we were even leading at one point in the first half, like 13-6, and they were playing full strength, that was a full strength Bills team that was a playoff team, and
we lost to the Super Bowl contending Philadelphia Eagles, but we gave them so much hell in that game. Jalen Hurts left here, broke up. He was sitting down for the next
game. He was hurt.
Yeah, we broke him up, bro. We broke that guy up, man, and that is not easy to do, man. We gave the Miami Dolphins hell. We gave the Detroit Lions hell in the first game that we played them. We gave the Minnesota Vikings hell in the first game we played them.
If it wasn't for Amir Smith-Marset dropping that damn ball.
Oh, yeah. Or the obligatory holding call when Justin Fields had the breakout run for a touchdown.
That phantom holding call.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's always a phantom something when it comes to my Bears on the officials and their calls. But yeah, the point being is that Luke Getsy was able to manage with absolutely nothing pretty much on this offense. What's this guy going to do now with this embarrassment of riches? I personally believe, like right now, offensively, the Bears have an embarrassment of riches. We have 2 starting tight ends. Only one's going to start, but we've got 2 starting tight ends. We've got a minimum of 3 starting wide receivers, and potentially a 4th or potentially 5 of them.
Tyler Scott,
look at Velus Jones and Tyler Scott
and Velus Jones.
Yeah, everybody forgets about Velus Jones, bro. They forget he even on the team, man. But this guy is a speed burner down the field, man.
And people forget that his yards after the catch is insane, bro. Like his yards after the catch, like when he gets the ball in his hands in open space, like he's literally like Deebo Samuel, like almost like he's unstoppable. We can't stop him.
I would love to see him get to a Devin Hester type of level when it comes to getting in space and start with the yards after the catch. That would be beautiful. All Devin Hester had to do was get a block and a lane, and it was over, bro.
Right.
Finito, finish.
Especially like when you get those bubble screens or those screen sets, like in open space.
Absolutely. I can see the Bears running a lot of that this year too, man. The bubble screens, I think they're going to be huge for the Bears. Yeah, I think that's going to be huge for the Bears.
But going to my predictions for Justin Fields is that I'm going to have him throwing at least 3,500 yards. He's going to run for maybe 600, around 650. So that's going to be like around 4,100 all-purpose yards. I think he's going to double his I wouldn't say double. He's going to have like at least 27 touchdowns throwing.
Okay.
And then rushing touchdowns, I'm going to have him have like maybe 6 to 7 rushing touchdowns. So overall, he's going to have maybe 34 touchdowns in total. He's going to lead this team to – I have the team winning maybe 10 or 11 games.
Okay.
And I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. How many interceptions, turnovers do you get, Justin?
Oh, turnovers. I think he's going to have 6 or 7 interceptions. 6 to 7
interceptions. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think though that's a fair assessment. I think we are looking at potential here. We're looking at projections here. So none of this is etched in stone, but I think those are great predictions. all you viewers out there in KO Sports Talk land, I would love for you guys to jump into the comments and give a comment on what kind of season you think Justin Fields is going to have. Give me a prediction on some numbers. Tell me what do you think he's going to go, numbers wise. Do you have him having a great year? Do you have him having a horrible year? Do you think he's a running back? Do you think he's going to be a great quarterback? What do you think about Justin Fields? Let's hear it. Let's hear it out there. And those of you also.
So now y'all happy losing close games. What's the standard there?
Hey, brother Pitts, Ray, this is all we had.
I think he's a Lions fan. Is he? He's a Lions fan?
Yeah, he's a diehard Lions fan. That's Mr. Slim Goody himself, yeah. Oh, we're praying. We are praying. I mean, but it was cute to watch you guys turn it around. You started the season 1-6, and then you got hot, and y'all turned it around, and y'all would end up like a 9-8 record or something. I mean, you guys can do it. How come the Bears can't? That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all can do it. Why we can't do it? That's all I'm saying.
Why can't we do it? 6-11.
Hey, but I appreciate that, Slim. 6-11. You are funny.
Yeah, so this is so far this is the Bears schedule.
Okay.
So for the preseason, August 12th we're going to be facing the Titans. And then we are going to be facing the Colts and then the Bills. But
I think we're scrimmaging against the Colts in the
mini camp and then OTAs. But when we get to the real deal, man, September 10th,
go
Packers, man.
I think I'm going to be at this game.
Field.
I think I'll be at that game, bro.
Who do you got winning this game?
Bears and the Packers? Come on, man. You got to ask.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask. That's
seriously. No, seriously, though. I'm just joking. Seriously, I think this is where the Bears coming out party begins. I believe we beat the Green Bay Packers. I don't think we trounced the Packers by no stretch of the imagination because this is the most storied rivalry in all of football. So Packers pride, Packers players, the Packers veterans, they're going to show up. They're going to play. They're going to play hard. I expect a big game. Defensively, I expect them to play hard and, try to stymie Justin Fields in this offense. But I think ultimately what's going to be the make or break tale here. There you go, Torian. I like those numbers. I like it. Yeah. I think ultimately what's going to be the make or break tale here is going to be the play of Jordan Love, how well he's able to commit himself against this Bears defense. If he comes out and is able to hit all the drag routes and the slant routes and the things that, the Green Bay Packers offense is used to running with Aaron Rodgers, if he's able to put those in play, he could definitely set them up in position to potentially win this game. But because it's a home opener, I gotta go with the Bears, bro. I'm gonna give us a slight.
Yeah, I got the Bears winning it. I think this is gonna be a convincing win. I don't think it's gonna be close.
Oh, you don't think it's gonna be close?
Justin Fields, he has a bone to pick with the Packers, and he's heard all the naysayers. Oh, the Bears suck. And I'm pretty sure that alluded to him a couple years ago, with Aaron Rodgers saying that I own you. So, he's gonna have a bone to pick with the Packers. I have the Bears winning 34-17 against the Packers.
I like that.
Okay, so the next game, the Bears, they go to Tampa Bay to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now this was post Tom Brady. Now they got Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. Buster
Mayfield. What did you say?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Okay. Buster Mayfield, Baker Mayfield, both of them are quality names. I think this one here, I believe this is our breakout party, our coming out party right here, bro. I think Baker Mayfield, Buster Mayfield, Faker Mayfield, whatever you want to call him. I think this guy, is out to prove something. And I think ego-wise, that's going to hurt him in this game, bro. I think he's going to be out there trying to do everything with his arm like he usually does, not necessarily listening to coach's guidance. And it's going to hurt them. against a Bears defense that's going to be very disciplined. You're going to wait for his mistakes. So I believe this is the game where the Bears have a potential blowout win. I'm giving the Bears this win 34-17. I'm giving
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Bears winning. I think it's just I don't know. I think it could go either way. It could be a blowout and it could be a close game, depending on how the Buccaneers play. But like I said, like this could be another game where the Bears definitely win convincingly. I mean, I have the Bears winning maybe 28-17.
Okay, not bad.
28-17. And so,
hey man, as long as the Bears win, I don't care how.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they still got a good defense. I'm not gonna say no, but
you know, the thing that makes me think that way about Tampa Bay is not that the talent isn't there. There's old talent there. Those guys are old now. You know.
Yeah, they're older.
Yeah, so you know the veteran savvy and the wits is going to be there, but I don't know. You run up on young bodies and trying to penetrate the blocking of a Darnell Wright and a Nate Davis, and you know if Braxton Jones starts to come along like they potentially hope that he will. I mean, I think that's going to wear them down in the long run, bro. You know, I think this is where the Bears' run game gets to going. I think we start getting that shine on the ground in that game.
Yeah, definitely, and I think Khalil Herbert, he's definitely going to be a big factor. Khalil Herbert is definitely going to be a big factor. I have him rushing for like over 120 yards. And he's going to run.
Fantasy fans out here, key factor, Khalil Herbert, get him on your fantasy squad.
Get him on your fantasy for sure. He's going to have a big year this year.
Yeah, I believe that.
Next game we go to Arrowhead.
That game's actually going to be in London, I believe.
No, they're going to play in Arrowhead. It was supposed to be in Germany, but they
they changed
Kansas City. They're kind of petitioning.
They don't want to do the world tour.
No,
don't want to do the world tour.
Because people are kind of speculating. They're afraid because Bears fans. We have Bears fans all over the world, and they're supposed to be a home game, and they're complaining about it wouldn't make any sense if we were to play in Germany because there's overwhelmingly a large number of Bears fans compared to Chiefs fans.
Why would fandom put any fear in the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs? I just can't see that for the life of me. I don't really get that. If they just want to play in front of the home crowd, they want to make sure they get that fair share of home games, then I get it from that perspective. But I don't think the fans are a factor for this team, man. Yeah, I really don't. I think the Chiefs will play in the sand lot with a bunch of kids off the block, man. Yeah, I don't think it really matters to them. That team is just that good. Yeah, that team's just good. But my prediction here, the Bears come out, and this is a measuring stick. This is where we get our first serious test to show us where we are at standard-wise. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs come in, they handle their business. I don't think the Bears win that game. I think the Bears, we get a taste of what next level skill set and football playing is in the NFL when we run up on Patrick Mahomes and company. I would be more impressed. I'll be more impressed if the Bears put up a fight. If we just stay in the fight with the Kansas City Chiefs. But no, I don't have us winning this game. I think Kansas City they just have too much offensive firepower and too much veteran savvy and know-how for us to win that game, bro. I think they pull that out. And I won't say it's going to be comfortable, but it could be comfortable for Kansas City.
All right. I have the Bears losing as well to the Chiefs. But I think this is not going to – they're going to come out fighting. It's going to be a close loss. It's going to be a high-scoring game, in my opinion. I mean, of course, they're the defending NFL champions. And so this is going to be a tall task for the Chicago Bears to perform. But I think Justin Fields, he's definitely not going to back down. I don't think the offense is going to back down. And I think our defense is definitely going to give, Patrick Mahomes some fits. in the first half because I think what's his name, Tremaine Edmonds. He's a little bit familiar with playing with the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, so he kind of knows their tendencies a little bit. So he could probably kind of help the team to kind of figure out what their tendencies are. But overall,
they lost Orlando Brown on in the offseason, but then they went and picked up another big offensive line.
Yeah, they picked up Jawan Taylor.
Right. So, they kind of shored up their issue that they just had developed. Yeah. So it's really not an issue anymore. Kansas City is a beast, man. That team is amazing.
Yeah, I have them winning 31-27.
Okay.
Now we go to we come back home. We face the Broncos.
Win.
Yeah, that's a win for me too.
Yeah.
Historically, we freaking kill Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. We play well against Russell Wilson, and I think that we're gonna come out winning this game.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I think the Broncos try to keep it close for like most of the first half of this game, but I think the Bears talent overall just wins out in the second half of this game. I think we pull away in the second half. I got us winning this game probably like 23-10.
23-10.
Yeah. Broncos still have a formidable defense. They're going to play hard. They're not going to fold. They're not going to go away. And they can be stingy at times. That defense can be stingy at times.
Yeah, they can be stingy. Yeah, I still got the Bears winning though.
Yeah, I got a 23-10 record. Winning right there. Which means at this point I got the Bears 3-1.
Yeah, me too. 3-1.
Yeah.
All right. Next we go to Commanders. We go to their stadium.
Washington.
We go to Washington. We play the Commanders. I think this is going to be a Thursday night game, Thursday night football. I got the Bears winning against the Commanders because
we got to get our lick back. They beat us last year. We got to get our lick back, bro.
Yeah, we got to get our revenge back. Yeah. Like I said, Justin Fields, he has a bone to pick. With what happened last year, and now that he has viable weapons, he ain't gonna come out flat. He's gonna have he's gonna have something to prove this year, and I have him winning convincingly.
Yeah, he had a pretty bad game against them last year, man. For the most part, he committed himself well, but he struggled with the passing and the accuracy and what have you in that game. I'm gonna give some credit to the Commanders defense. They got a top flight defense out there. They played him hard. They made everything very difficult, even with the running. They made it difficult. I think the difference this year is going to be all of the dimensions that his offense can bring to the table. That he can, all the weapons that he's got. So I believe the Bears pull that game out. Now the low scoring game, not necessarily a barn burner, maybe 17-10 or something like 23-6. It's not going to be a high scoring game. I don't really see us giving up a lot off defensively to their offense. So I think the Bears, we should dominate this game from a skill standpoint, but their defense is not going to have 38 to 40 points or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll say 23-17. 23-17.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. Next game, we come back home and we face
so excited, Coach.
I'm sorry. I'm a little tired.
It's okay.
So next
you got that. You funny. Next game, people, we got the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
So we got the Minnesota Vikings and Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. So this is gonna be an afternoon game.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you got winning this game?
This is a good game. I think this is going to be our first real division test. I know you don't like the sound of that, T.O., but I think this is going to be our first real division test. This is the defending NFC North champion Minnesota Vikings. 13-14, they're going to come in with the swagger of a team that went 13-4 last year, and they're coming in here expecting to get a win. I think
another high-scoring game in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it becomes an offensive shootout because I don't see anything defensively that the Vikings are going to have that's going to be able to slow down this Bears offense. The real test and the X factor in this game is going to be, can the Bears contain the Vikings offense with Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins, and who is that? They got TJ Hawkinson.
Jordan Addison.
Yeah, they got some weapons over there. Jordan Addison, the rookie that just got drafted, they got some weapons over there. I think they get into a shootout with us. I think we can pull this out, but this game could go either way. I'm going to give a slight edge to the Bears, say like 31-28.
Mine is 34-31. They're going to win by a field goal.
Yeah, that's kind of where I got it at too.
All right, next game they face the Raiders at home.
The Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Who do you have winning that one?
See, I don't want to sound like a homer. I know it sounds like I'm picking the Bears to win all the games in the world, y'all. But I'm really looking at these matchups, and I'm not convinced that the Raiders have done enough in the offseason to get that team, where it needs to be. They've been grossly underachieving for years. I think the addition of Jimmy Garoppolo could help them win more games, but I don't think it's going to change the culture that much. Now, we'll say this. Jimmy Garoppolo has been a Bears killer for the most part of his career. But I think it's a different day and age for the Bears. I think
he has been a Bears killer.
Yeah, I think this is a different time for the Bears. And if the Bears are on their game, I think we can pull that game out. But to be honest with you, I'm going to give the game to the Raiders just so everybody won't think I'm a homer, bro. Just picking the Bears on everything. I'll give that game to the Raiders 24-21.
I got the Bears actually winning this game. Because, the Raiders' defense is just not good. They already lost Darren Waller. Devontae Adams, even though he's good, outside of Devontae Adams, who's really good besides him and Josh Jacobs? You don't got nobody who's really that good. I think the Bears, they're going to really torch this Raiders defense.
They got the other big receiver over there, Collins. I can't think of his first name. Yeah, he's got dreads in his head. He's a big guy like Chase Claypool, and he can fly down the field. So he's no slouch, right? He's no slouch. And they still have? I think they still got what's his name, right. Hunter Renfrow. I think they still got that guy too, man.
Oh, they got Hunter Renfrow?
Yeah, they got.
They still got him?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken,
bad. This is gonna be. Then if that's the case, shoot, I got the Bears losing that.
Yeah. They still got that guy. He's a great slot receiver for them. Plus,
Renfrow is underrated. Okay, I got the Bears losing that.
Talent-wise, the Raiders are always underachieving, but they never lack talent. The team they always have talent at every position, and they're fast, they're speedy. Everything with the Raiders is speed, go. And that could test the parameters of your defense, bro. It could really test your secondary. That being said, historically the Bears have owned the Raiders, but Jimmy Garoppolo has kind of owned the Bears, and so it's kind of one of them toss-up things for me. It's a wait and see for me on that game.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. You can go either way.
Yeah.
So what? That's 2 losses right there, right?
Right. For me, that's 2 losses at this point.
Me too. Bears and Chargers. They go to a SoFi Stadium. I got the Bears losing in a close one. The Chargers, they're a very good team. Last year in the playoffs, they lost to the Jaguars. They should have beat the Jaguars convincingly, but they freaking choked. But I still think that this Chargers team is really very good. They got pieces on offense and defense to contend for the Super Bowl. And I think this is I wouldn't say it's going to be like a convincing loss, but it wouldn't put it past me if the Bears lose convincingly. I have them losing maybe 34-23.
34-23. the Chargers, when they are on their A game, they have one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. That is a very dangerous team. Skill set wise, Justin Herbert is phenomenal as a passer. I can't take anything away from Justin Herbert with his passing skills. He's got a dynamite receiving core and the ultimate weapon coming out the backfield in Austin Eckler. That's going to create fits for any defense that runs up on it. And the Bears having a very young core on this defense is going to give us some problems. I could definitely see that giving us some problems. I just need the Bears to try to get stops defensively and stay formidable and competitive offensively. But I don't got us winning that game, bro. I don't think we win that game. I think it's like 29-23, something like that, in favor of the Chargers. Yeah.
So that's 2 losses right there.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears, they also go to man, this is gonna be another tough game, man. They go
New Orleans, the only thing that makes this game tough, Kof, is that New Orleans has a very stout defense. They have always been very stout on defense. I'm not convinced that Derek Carr is going to be any different than he was when he was with the Raiders. So, I still think we win this game, and I think we could win it pretty handily. I think the Saints defense will keep them around in the game for a time, but ultimately turnovers by Derek Carr costs them this game.
It's going to cost.
I believe the Bears win that game.
Yeah, true. I got them winning 30. I got them winning 28-13.
28-13. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I'm right there with you. Maybe 28-10.
28-10. Okay, the Bears, they also play Thursday night against the Panthers. The Panthers, of course, I know we already traded that number 1 pick. Our number 1 pick for them. They got Bryce Young, and we got DJ Moore on a couple draft picks. I got the Bears winning this game. I mean, like, we already kind of agree Carolina's going to be bad this season.
Absolutely. I got the Bears in their first extreme blowout as with this new team. Yeah, I don't think
38-7.
Yeah, I don't think Carolina has enough to stop anything that the Bears are going to run at them. Bryce Young is going to be Bryce Young, but he's still probably about a year away from really being the displaying the greatness that he has shown when he was in Alabama. He's young, he's a rookie, and I think he's going to be put to the test. He's going to see a lot of familiar faces from the SEC coming at him from the defensive perspective. And he no longer has DJ Moore over there, who could have been a safety valve for him. I'm really pressed to see how Carolina's even going to score in this game. I think the Bears defense has a coming out party in this game. I think we're going to get sacks. We're going to get turnovers. We're going to get interceptions, maybe even get touchdowns on defense. And I think Justin Fields' offense is just going to be like child's play. I personally think. I know a lot of people, all of the pundits are saying that Carolina still has a very formidable defense over there. I got no questions about that. I just think we're going to be too much to handle in this game. The Bears may put up 40 points in this game, 40-7. Being nice.
Ooh, 40. Yeah. 40 burger. Is this going to be the first 40 game for you? Let's go. Okay. The Bears next game, they go to Ford Field November 19th. They play the Lions. Who do you got winning that game?
This will be a war. I think the Lions are going to be hungry, and they always have a propensity to want to run up on the Bears like we are their Super Bowl. For whatever reason, they play us extremely hard. Plus, we got a bone to pick with them from last year. I think this is another bloodbath between the two teams. And to be honest with you, Coach, I kind of got us splitting home and away. I'm going to give the Lions the victory at home. I'm going to give them that victory at home. But I think it's a dogfight. I think we're going to be.
I agree. I kind of give the Lions that win too. It's definitely going to be a dogfight. Lions are going to play us real tough. They definitely got better in their secondary. They got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They still got Kirby Joseph, who was a Packers killer. Yeah, Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but I got
Yeah.
the Lions edging it. So far, I got how many wins do I got? I got Packers win. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Mm-hmm.
7 wins.
7 wins, and what's that, like
Yeah.
4 or 5 losses there?
Yeah, 4 or 5, 7 and 4.
Okay. And I think we're the same. I think we're pretty much the same. That next one, the Bears and the Vikings. Bears and the Vikings in Minnesota. I think at this point of the season will be the division will pretty much be defined in terms of who's the stronger and who's the weaker teams here in this division. Positioning will be better. It'll be better at this point. I think the Bears can get this game. I really think we can get the Vikings in this game in Minnesota. We were very close last year in this game in Minnesota, and that's without all of the weaponry that we added this year. So yeah, I think we get this game, bro. I think at this point the Bears are starting to think playoffs. I think we have a playoff stretch here, and I think we go in Minnesota. I think we get that victory. Sorry, Mills. I want to say the Bears come out on top in this game, maybe like 28-24. I'm going to give us a 4-point victory against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Eat your heart out, Justin Jefferson. Mr.
All right.
JJ.
All right. Where am I at? Vikings.
Yeah, the Bears and the Vikings, yeah. The second.
Okay. The second one, the second game. I have the Bears winning this game because we already know Kirk Cousins, he sucks on Monday Night Football. And I think the Bears are on prime time. And I surprisingly have him sweeping the Minnesota Vikings this season because we already know Kirk Cousins, he's going to fold like a lawn chair. I have him winning convincingly, actually. I think our secondary is going to shut down Justin Jefferson because I think Tariq Stevenson and Jalen Johnson are going to be too much for him.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields, he's gonna run amok. So I have him winning convincingly. So that's what 8-3.
No, I think we got about 4 or 5 losses here so far. Yeah, bro. So
8-5.
Right. I know the Lions, the Chargers. You stroll back up for a second here. I can give you the losses here. Okay, we got the Chiefs, a loss. We got the Raiders. I'm giving them the Raiders that victory. The Chargers the victory. Giving the Lions the victory. Stroll down a little bit. So yeah, that's 4 losses. 4 losses. So I don't know what the count is right now, but that's 4 losses we got the Bears with so far. Probably about 8 wins, 4 losses, I'm going to say.
8 wins, 4 losses. Okay, cool. So that's going well with our predictions. Okay. All right. So Bears, they play the Lions at home.
Yeah, I got us winning that one, bro. I got the Bears winning that one. Yeah, I think, believe it or not, this could be a potential playoff matchup between the Bears and the Lions. I could see this happening, bro. I could see this happening. Lions
Is this going to be like a high-scoring game, or like, what do you think?
I don't really see the Bears and the Lions having anything other than high-scoring games. For whatever reason, we have shootouts, bro. We play the Lions.
Shootout.
The Lions play us. Yeah, we always have shootouts.
I agree.
So yeah. I think we definitely are going to play with the pride of Chicago. The Lions are going to come in here with the swagger of a division champ. I don't expect anything less from that Dan Campbell-led team over there with the moves that they're making. And I think it's going to be a dogfight. I think we're going to have a shootout. I think our defense is going to be tested, but I think we're going to live up to snuff. I think this is where the Bears youngsters really have a coming out party, and we start, figuring out how to shut down certain things. Our key factor in winning this game, I believe, is going to be controlling or containing Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he's going to be the key factor there. If we can contain him, and after seeing him the first go round, November 19th, I think December 10th will be more than ready for him. I think
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
be
be ready. I think the secondary is going to shut them down. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, they're gonna come out and have something to say about Amon-Ra St. Brown.
You think Jared Goff's gonna be in trouble in this game, bro?
He could be, man. But then again, I mean, wouldn't put it past me. It is Jared Goff, man. He probably might have a couple turnovers.
Mm-hmm. He's due for some turnovers, Slim. God.
Exactly. Yeah. Next game, we go to Cleveland and we play the Browns. I actually have the Bears winning this game, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm pretty sure you remember a couple years ago, and Justin Fields' first game,
The Miles Garrett game. Oh my
that
God.
Myles Garrett game where he got sacked 6 times.
Who can forget it?
And he's going to be coming back home. You know, he's going to be coming to Ohio State where he played Ohio State, and he's going to have something to prove.
Yeah, he got embarrassed that first game.
He got embarrassed that game, and that's definitely going to be on his mind. And I actually have them having them. I have the Bears winning convincingly. I have them winning 35-14. Because I don't know if you remember in one of the preseason games when we played the Browns, more than half of their stars were playing, and they were up by 21-0. And so I'm gonna have the Bears winning this game, and Justin Fields is gonna really destroy their secondary. Now that he has an offensive line, he has the weapons. He's gonna have something to prove, especially against Ohio, his old school where he played. Like, he's gonna have a bone to pick with the Browns. So I got the Bears winning that game.
Yeah. I do believe the Bears are going to win this game, but I think we don't want to underestimate the addition of Deshaun Watson over there. I think we're going to see a different Cleveland Browns team this year. Deshaun Watson, it was Justin Fields before Justin Fields ever hit the field. This guy is phenomenal. I think he's going to be more comfortable in what they're doing in Cleveland. And he's got the it factor, just like Justin Fields, bro. He's going to test the Bears team, bro. This is going to be a bloodbath, I believe. I believe this is an overtime game. I can see this coming down to an overtime game. Whoever is got the final possession is going to be in position, I believe, personally, to win this game. I would love to give the win to the Bears. I would love to do that. I'm not so sure, but just for the sake of argument, I'll take the Bears 23-20 in overtime.
Okay. Sounds good. So we both got money.
Myles Garrett and that defense, they're not going anywhere. Those guys are there.
We're going to get shut down by our offensive line.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Braxton Jones is going to get stronger.
Yeah.
Darnell Wright is going to not let him get near him
He
at all.
for live, my brother. I just know Myles Garrett is a holy terror to anybody on the offensive line that's not ready. That's all I'm going to tell you. He's a holy terror, bro.
Next game, the Bears are going to be facing the Arizona Cardinals at home. This is going to be Christmas Eve. This is going to be America's game. Now with this one, this is kind of interesting. I don't know about Kyler Murray if he's going to play or not, and of course, with the whole situation with DeAndre Hopkins.
Right.
I'll say this: if Kyler Murray is not playing this game, I have the Bears winning in a blowout. Because I don't know who other than their backup quarterback is really good. Colt McCoy is not really that great with backup quarterback. I mean, it depends on where the Bears are in the playoff standing, but I do have them winning this game convincingly. Also, I just don't see anybody on this team who's going to be a threat to the Bears. Like, depending on if Kyler Murray plays, it could be a close game, but highly likely, I'm pretty much sure it's highly likely Kyler Murray is not going to play because he's coming off of an ACL injury, and that takes like months to recover from. And even if he is playing this game, like he's still got to get his feet wet. He's still got to get that game speed underneath his feet. And man, this Cardinals team is, I don't know, and they just fired their head coach too. So yeah,
Cliff Kingsbury,
it's not looking good for Arizona.
Yeah, to me, bro, I don't really think it matters much if it's Kyler Murray playing quarterback just because of his temperament. He's got all the talent in the world. That guy is a phenomenal talent on a football field. But you got to have the right mindset to be a leader of men from the quarterback position in the NFL. It's not just about you. And I think Kyler Murray makes everything in Arizona about him. And that is to the detriment of his team. The Bears are not going to come in with that type of temperament. Nor is it going to be a situation, even if we got like 8, 9, 10 wins at this point. I don't think it's going to be a situation where the Bears can afford to take any games off. We're not that team yet. We're not there where we can sit Justin Fields for a week and let him rest, or sit, Khalil Herbert and let him rest, DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney. We can't afford to do any of that. This is our first year getting all these guys together seriously. So we need our guys out there playing. I think the Bears win this game very convincingly, probably something like 23-3. I don't even really see Arizona scoring much. Plus, it's going to be difficult for them.
30-3 or 30-0.
Right. Plus, it's going to be difficult for them to get pressure on Justin Fields. I think this is where, all the praise is going to be heaped on your Darnell Wrights and your Nate Davises and what have you. The offensive line.
Braxton Jones.
Yeah, Braxton Jones and company, Tevin Jenkins, all of those guys. I think, the praise is going to be heaped on those guys because they're going to be – this is where you see the formation of that wall that I believe that Brian Poles is trying to build in front of Justin Fields, and he's going to be very comfortable in the pocket. He's going to have all day to figure this out.
You know what? I just came up with an interesting nickname for the offensive lineman. If we do really well, the nickname that I'm gonna give the Bears is the Great Wall of Midway.
Oh, I like that. The Great Wall of Midway. That's got a nice ring to it, bro.
Yeah.
If you can make a t-shirt with all of them standing there looking menacing.
You're gonna be like this.
Have that on there, the Great Wall of Midway. Oh yeah. Hands out, ready to block.
I don't know if you noticed, but I actually met this was a while back. I actually met one of the Bears offensive linemen. I think it was Tevin Jenkins, man. And this dude was like huge, man. Like
big
his shoulders, bro, like was like this wide, bro.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know if you see my hand, but like
I can. He's a mass, bro.
He's massive, bro. His shoulders were like this wide, bro.
Oh yeah.
This wide.
Oh yeah.
And he looked muscular. He didn't look like fat. He looked muscular.
Yeah. I think the plus that the Bears are going to have with the additions that we already added to the offensive line is the ability to move Tevin Jenkins around. That's going to be invaluable. Watch what I'm saying, bro. That nasty attitude and that ferociousness that he's got in him, moving him around on that line, is not going to be.
Yeah, he has that nasty demeanor, like definitely.
Yeah, it's not going to be a happy day for any of the cappers on the other side on the defensive front. They're going to be pissed because every time they think they get away from this guy, the Bears can rotate him, and here he is again.
Right.
I think what's going to be underestimated too is the impact that Darnell Wright is going to have on his offensive line. There are already people who think that all that stuff that he did in college was just college. And when he gets to the pros, he's going to get manhandled. Nothing could be further from the truth. This young guy is going to show you what it is. You know what time it is.
And I looked at all the other offensive linemen prospects, Broderick Jones and Paris Johnson Jr., and they don't have the type of anchor that Darnell Wright has. Like once he gets his hand on your shoulder pads, you're not getting away from him.
Not at all. Not
at all.
Plus, he's nasty. So if you get physical with him, if you try to bull rush him, if you engage him in a physical altercation or battle, that guy's going to fight. You're going to catch hell.
You're going to lose more than likely.
Yes,
you're
sir.
Going to lose more than likely, and not the fact that he literally almost looks like a bear, so he's going to maul your ass down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you think about this next game, man, bro?
Next game, Bears versus Falcons.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Oh, yeah. I think this could be a trap game.
Interesting.
It could be a trap game. But I think this is also going to be a high scoring game. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know if you believe, Desmond Ridder. But I think Desmond Ridder, he's going to have a pretty good game this game, and I think this could be a trap game. I got the Bears losing this game, 31-28.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a trap game. I don't know what it is, but I have trap game written all over it.
Got trap game written all over it for you.
Yeah.
So you think not 1 year, but 2 years in a row, the Atlanta Falcons are going to beat the Chicago Bears. That's interesting, bro.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I here's what I think of. The Bears got a lot of licks to get back after last year, bro. There's a lot of licks that we took that we want to get our lick back on. And I think no doubt this is going to be one of those games. I think the Bears are going to come out hungry. They're going to come out with an edge to them. I think they're going to take initiative to purposely shut down that entire Atlanta Falcons offense. I think that's going to be the goal. Now, how well they accomplish that remains to be seen. But I think Justin Fields wants to get a lick back in this game. I think Khalil Herbert owes them some vitriol. I think Cole Kmet had a shining game against them, but he wants another lick back too. I just don't think the Bears are going to this. I don't see this as a trap game for the Bears. I think the Bears will handle them maybe 38-10, bro. I think they want this fight. And Desmond Ridder, jury's still out, bro. For me, it's still out. He's got to show me something. I don't know that this guy can handle it, just being honest. And if he doesn't, if it's not showing at this point in the season, Atlanta needs to go and draft him another quarterback, bro.
They're gonna have to draft Caleb. What's his name? The kid from USC. Yeah. Caleb Williams. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Next game. Bears versus Packers at Lambeau Field, January 7th, 2024, New Year. I got the Bears winning this game. I don't believe in Jordan Love. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to Bears fan for that. You don't have to apologize.
Jordan Love, nah. I mean, you think Desmond Ridder is bad? Jordan Love is.
Do you really think he's that bad, bro? I don't. We're kind of different on that, but I don't really see Jordan Love as a bad quarterback. I think it's formidable.
He's okay. He's okay. But
yeah. I think he's formidable. I just think that at this point in the season, he should be in the full swing of things. 4 years of sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, I don't think we should discount that. That is going to be invaluable in terms of his knowledge and how to catch up to speed when things are going bad. Where I'm going to be more concerned for Jordan Love is his accuracy. How accurate can this guy be? Is he really accurate? Is he really good? What is it going to be for him? So, personally, I would love for the Bears to win this game. But even if the Packers have nothing to gain, they're not going to take down against the Bears. It's going to be a bloodbath. They want, even if they're not making the playoffs, they want to end the season on a high note. This could be more of a trap game in my mind, bro, than the Atlanta Falcons game. So, it pains me to say it, but I might even give an slight edge to the Packers right there. I think they could luck out with this one. I hate to get anything.
How many? Okay, let's tally the number of total wins. So for me, I have the Packers winning. I mean, the Bears winning the first game, so that's 1, 2. That's a loss.
Right.
3, 4, 5.
Right.
Loss. 6, 7. Loss. 8, 9, 10, 11. Loss. 12. Damn, I got 12-5.
and I'm pretty much, mine is pretty much the same, except for I got the Falcons losing and the Packers winning at the end. And you got it in reverse. You got the Falcons winning and the Packers losing.
Right. But we got the same record.
Right. 12-5. So
12-5. That definitely takes us to the playoffs.
That definitely takes us to the playoffs. Realistically, I know we're going to be, we're going to be different somewhere. The record is going to play out a little different somewhere. So realistically, I got the Bears anywhere from 9 to 11 wins. I got us from 9 to 11 wins. So we're not far off the mark here. I don't think we're far off the mark here.
9 to 11 is more realistic.
Right. That's what I believe, especially with a team that's just coming together. It's just
and just trying to build a culture, trying to gel together, establish themselves. KO Sports Talks fans out there, if you guys want, you guys can chime in either in the live chat or even after we go off the air. Put in your comments. Put in the comment section. What do you think the Bears record this year will be? How do you think we'll fare? Are we winning this division? Are we a playoff team? Are we struggling? Are we coming up short? What do you guys think? While you like, comment, and subscribe to this program, to this podcast, I'd like to see you guys' thoughts on that. Give us your thoughts out there. Plank says 12-5 sounds good to me.
Yep, that does sound good.
Put your record predictions down, guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I personally think that 12-5 is very doable. It just depends on how quickly and how well. Okay. Torian said he thinks that we're going to fall short. Torian, what do you think our record is going to be, bro? What do you think the record is going to be that we fall short with? We'd love to hear that.
8-9.
8-9. Okay. That's not bad. Give or take a win here, a win there. We could turn that around. 8-9 is not bad. That's kind of where Detroit was last year. What was they? 9-8.
9-8, 8-9.
Yeah. This is after a 1-6 start. Torian, I think the difference is going to be for the Bears is that we're not going to start like Detroit did. I don't think we start 1-6. I think we start.
Oh, hell no. Nope.
Yeah, I think we start on the upswing, And like I said, I know that we're just getting all these guys together. It's not lost on me that we're going to have some growing pains and, some close calls where we coulda, shoulda, woulda, it's going to happen. But I think we can pull those games out. I think Justin Fields is going to be the key, the total key to everything we're able to achieve. So Justin limits those turnovers. And my hot take, people, is he's going to be in single-digit turnovers, single-digit interceptions. I think if he does that, sky's the limit for this team, bro. We can win this division.
Shoot, hell, I mean, we could be one of the best offenses of all time if you really think about it. It could shape out to be that way. I was even watching. I don't know if you watched this podcast, but I watched the Windy City podcast with Pat the Designer. He's actually on ESPN at 1000 with Lance Briggs and who else? Jason McKee. And he was just talking about this, that the Bears could potentially have one of the best offenses in Bears history, aside from the 1995 and the 2013 season. I mean, it could play out that way, now that, you have the capable weapons. You have Chase Claypool, you got DJ Moore, you got Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney was talking about how he's just going to disrespect everybody, with his play. He don't care about people respecting him. He was talking about, I just want to disrespect some people,
Right.
And Darnell Mooney, he's going to have a big chip on his shoulder. Chase Claypool, he's going to have a big chip on his shoulder. And definitely, we already know Justin Fields is definitely going to have a huge chip on his shoulder. And so we have a bunch of guys in this locker room that's going to have a lot to prove, and like I said with Darnell Mooney, this is also going to be a contract year for him. Also Chase Claypool, so they're going to have to play for something if they want to be a Chicago Bears long term. We have a bunch of players on this team that are playing for a contract year, so it could definitely play out that way. What do you think about this, Charles?
Yeah, I think that any players that were on the Chicago Bears from last year, they're going to come in with a big chip on their shoulder. You know, we're the laughing stock of the NFL. You know, they're talking about our quarterback is a running back. You know, we're not good receivers. You know, we don't have this, we don't have that. We can't protect the quarterback. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't stop the run. We can't stop the pass. You know, they've been hearing this stuff for well over a year now. So, of course, they're coming out here with something to prove this year. This is why I don't believe that the Bears have many, if any, trap games for the most part, because I don't think that we're coming in with the swagger of a team that feels like they're ready to take over the world or, you know, we've arrived. You know, I think we're coming out here with something to prove. And I think right now, the Bears from last year have a checklist of all of the teams that we've played last year that's talking trash, you know, and all the commentators who was saying that, you know, we're no good and Justin Fields.
We heard you, Shady McCoy.
Oh, yeah, Shady McCoy. Yeah, the biggest idiot of them all, Shady McCoy. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I think they're going to have a huge checklist, and they're going to be kicking butt and taking names, bro. I think the Bears are going to be out for blood. I do believe that. All of the Bears that were here last year, you know, that's why the Atlanta Falcons, I think they're on the hit list, bro. I think we targeting them. The Green Bay Packers always
definitely Cleveland. Cleveland's going to be on that hit list.
Oh yeah, that's on Justin Fields' hit list. That's a person.
That's Justin Fields' hit list.
hit list.
Like that game, he's still gonna remember that game. I'm like,
oh yeah,
remember that 6-sack game y'all had on me?
Oh yeah, I don't think he can wait to see Myles Garrett again.
Swifty in the house.
See what's going on, my brother. We chilling over here, Swift. We chilling over here. Wish I'd known you was available out there, bro. We'd have snatched you up in here.
Hey, yeah. Swifty, what's your prediction? I'm gonna put the you guys are more than welcome to come. I'm gonna stay on here for the next 5 minutes, but I'm gonna put the stream on if one of you guys want to come in. I'm gonna be here for the next 5 minutes, but after that, then I'm gonna close it. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about this. I'm watching some Tyreek Stevenson tape and chilling. Okay. Swifty,
what is your prediction this season for Justin Fields? What kind of numbers are you expecting from him? And also, what do you see the Bears' record this year at the end of the season? I would love to hear that, bro. Put that in the comment section there. Man. I think we definitely got a hit list. The Bears have a hit list.
Yes, stats,
please. Yes,
stats and record prediction for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. While you're getting that together, Swifty, I'll just hit you with mine. I'm predicting 3,800 to 4,000 yards this year passing for Justin Fields. I got him with 25 TDs and single-digit interceptions. Single-digit.
This number is almost similar to mine. 3,500, 30 TDs, 7 interceptions, 500 rushing, 10-7. Cool.
I love it.
Good numbers.
Those are great numbers, bro.
Those numbers almost similar.
And I see the record there, 10-7. Yeah. So I think these are realistic numbers. I don't think any of this is beyond the realm of doing for the Chicago Bears this year. I really don't. I think Justin Fields is going to have a breakout season, even though I consider what he did last year to be a pretty much of a breakout season in itself. I think he sees that he's faster than the field. And if he conceptualizes that fastness in his athleticism and puts that in his mentality and gets faster than the field mental wise, look out. All bets are off.
I got some hot takes.
Yeah, go ahead.
My hot take is that Justin Fields is going to have 4 60-yard touchdowns this season.
4 60-yard touchdowns? Are you talking about passing or running or combined?
Combined. No, yeah, combined. So he's going to have like two 60-yard like touchdown passes and then 2 60-yard runs, touchdown runs.
That's nasty, bro. That's one hell of a hot take.
That's my hot take. Both, Swifty, both. So two. He's gonna have 2 passing 60-yard touchdowns and 2 rushing 60-yard touchdowns.
That's pretty hot.
That's my hot take.
That is one hell of a hot take. I'm not mad at it. I'll give you a hot take. Here's one from me. Justin Fields has 3 300-plus yard passing games. Reason I say that, yeah, he could do it. I can see it back to back to back. He's probably going to have more than that, but I'm predicting 3. That's my hot take. I'm giving him 3 since all of the pundits want to make everything be about the number of passing yards that Justin Fields didn't have last year. You know, he had never passed for 300 yards. Okay, well, he's going to give you 3 or 4 of those this year. How about that? Make you guys feel better? I hope you're happy.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna how many minutes? I'm gonna have two more minutes before I end. But one thing I hate. Okay, this is what Sifty says. One thing I hate is Fields is way too high and early in fantasy football draft. Oh well. I'm looking at some of the comment section.
Yeah, well, realistically, he has he's bringing a lot to the table, bro, from a fantasy perspective, bro, and that's going to make him of high value. The beauty of that is everybody knows that this guy is, you know, that kind of skill set. You know, he's got that kind of talent. He's that kind of player. You know, so everybody's got the sense God gave a Turner. They're going to want Justin Fields on your fantasy teams. Get Justin Fields in your fantasy drafts, people. You heard it here.
I'm just looking at some of the comment sections. Okay, Torian, we have to win that first game versus Green Bay. Total momentum swinger.
Absolutely. I agree, Torian. 100%, bro. I agree. That is definitely a tone setter for the rest of the season for us, bro.
Real Street Sports Talk has us winning 6 games.
He's a hater. But I'll say this to you. I'm not going to say that is unrealistic. Jury's still out. We're not done. We got to see how well everything gels.
First game. He says first game is going to be a big one. Yes, that's true. I'm looking at other comment sections. Plank says we had a lot of one-score losses last year. That will be wins this year. I think we have a winning record at the least.
And that's where I believe, honestly, that's why I believe we really turn it around this year. Those one-score losses become one-score wins. I think that's where it's going to turn around for the Bears. This is why I can see us anywhere from possibly 9 to 11 wins this year.
Real Street Sports says Bears have no pass rushing below average CBs. Be careful, fellas. Okay.
You are delusional. We'll move on. There's no way in the world you're going to tell me. Go ahead and read that, but what is he saying?
Bears offense will be okay, but Bears have the worst defense. I think we already addressed that.
Yeah. On paper, everything looks suspect until you actually see it. The beauty of playing the game, Real Street Sports Talk. Once you play the game, you actually see what the team is working with. Tremaine Edmonds is not coming in here and team has to gel and stay healthy. Absolutely, Swifty. The team, there's no way Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards is coming in here and our defense is just going to be horrid. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And we're going to get Eddie Jackson back healthy. You know, we got Jalen Johnson who's coming into his own. We got this Stevenson kid, Tyreek Stevenson, who's wowing.
It was a lockdown in Florida.
Right, and he's wowing them right now in Bears training camps and what have you. Yeah, I don't see us taking steps backwards. And we're not done. We're still trying to get an edge rusher. As Swifty pointed out on one of his casts, you know, the Bears are still trying to get an edge rusher. Do you guys?
Yeah, come on, man, for sure. I'll hit you up on Twitter, bro. Actually, just give me your number on Twitter. We could talk a little bit more about Swifty.
Absolutely. Love to have you back in the house, Swifty. You're always welcome to the house, my brother.
You're always welcome, bro. Torian says June 1st cap casualty day.
Okay.
Yep. I think that's
big.
it.
That's big. We'll see what becomes available then, Torian. We'll see what
I was gonna say, okay, speaking of cap casualty, Charles, who do you think can be a cap casualty? Or who do you think we're gonna cut? Or
Who can be a cap casualty for the Bears?
Who do you think we can cut? Who's going to get cut?
I think Mustafa's gone. I think that guy's out of here.
I think Kendall Vildor could be a cap casualty.
And I'll be honest with you, I would hate to lose Vildor. I know, he's had his issues, but we've gotten so deep in the secondary now and in the cornerbacks core until he very well could become a casualty. You're not going to get rid of Kyler Gordon. He's not going to.
Oh, no.
You're not going to get rid of the other guys that we got. Jalen Jones, I think, he'll make the cut. Yeah, but I think he'll make the cut, though. I think he'll stay around. So Kendall Vildor is probably going to be the odd man out, bro. And I hate to say that because I like Kendall Vildor. I like that. I like that guy, but yeah, I think he's going to be out of there. We had a ton of tight ends on this roster last year.
Yeah, we did.
I think we're gonna be short of this year. Ryan Griffin may make the cut if he's still around here in Chicago, but the rest of those tight ends, I think they're all gone, bro. I think they're all gone. I don't think we hold any more than like 3 tight ends this year on this roster.
For sure. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to end this podcast for today. I'd like to thank everybody for joining this stream. Definitely, we're going to do this next week, Tuesday. I forgot. I got to think of a topic what we're going to talk about for next week. But, yeah, I'd like to thank all you guys for joining. And make sure, guys, to like and subscribe for updates. I'm still trying to work out, my YouTube shorts because my phone is kind of acting up. I used to do all my YouTube shorts on my phone. I got to figure that out. Stay tuned for more updates. Stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some highlight videos and some reaction videos this upcoming week. What else?
Hey, so maybe next week we can talk about the rule change that the NFL just made, where they're allowing the teams to have an additional emergency quarterback without that counting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's big.
And,
that's big.
But yeah, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me and Chuck's podcast, and as always, guys, bear down. Let's go, Bear. All right, guys. Take care.
Peace.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood. We'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday.